Why do barbers turn their chair away from the mirror so you can't see what the fuck they doing? And then at the end, they flip the shit around mad dramatic, like an extreme home makeover or some shit like that. Like, chill, cuz. I need to know what I'm paying for. I went to my barber yesterday, and he cut the left side of my face thinner than the right side, but then had the nerve to turn that shit around with mad confidence.
Ta-da, nigga. Yeah. Happy?
Yeah. Like, no, Mr. Barber, man. I look like fucking Two-Face. I was so mad. I threw a quarter in his face and I walked out.
God damn, what a tip.
I don't think you threw a quarter.
Was he Dominican?
Nah, fuck you, Batman. Huh?
Was he Dominican?
Nah, it wasn't no Dominican. It was like some Guyanese nigga.
Oh.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's why.
There you go.
You go to Dominicans, they go, they smooth you up, put the towel on your face and everything.
Not always.
Nah. What, yo,
Yeah,
what
I don't know.
suspect as Dominican barber you going to?
Yeah, I don't know.
We went to the same barber.
Yo, that barber like you.
Nah, Andrew got waterboarded. Like, he didn't even, like, what?
Give me the info, nigga.
But
Oh, man. Did he actually like how you want your sideburns? Like, do you want it skinny, but not so skinny, but skinny?
not that I understand. But what he just did, he just turned the chair around and just started cutting. And then about like a minute and a half in, he was like, "Yo, so what you getting?" And I was like,
"Yo, no."
I was like, "I don't know, man. We're gonna see in 20 minutes.
That's not cool.
I guess." Never went back.
Man, that is wild.
Never going back there again.
Hit the intro.
Hold up, put your ass in the air.
All right, anyway. Welcome, people, to episode 111 of the Honorable Mention Podcast, Ignorant by Popular Demand. We are recording live from a random broom closet in Shuri's lab. I think there's a war going on outside, so I'm going to stay my yellow ass in here with this vibranium Roomba. I am your host, the homebody homeboy, Chris Jordan. I am joined here by Luis Hernandez.
The whole government, huh? Damn.
And it's not racist if I guess his last name and I got it right. AKA.
Wait, that was a guess?
Yeah. Maybe.
Oh, man.
AKA the living Easter egg.
That little Easter egg.
Or young Fuzzy Wuzzy, if you know him in the streets.
I was a bear, but I wasn't so fuzzy, was I?
And I'm also joined here by Sir Andrew Bennett.
At least I get a sir in front of it. It's not so bad.
Yeah.
AKA Negro, you still owe me some money.
Ooh.
Okay, first of all, Negro, I will give you the okay.
AKA Boots.
Yeah?
I still got some big ass boobs.
We still gotta get down to the nitty gritty why they call you Boots.
And them shits ain't knocking. You heard?
Get out.
And lastly, I am joined here by James.
You don't get no cool nickname?
See, the thing was, this is pre-written, and I forgot James was coming today. So it's Just James, a.k.a. Just James.
AKA.
Just James, a.k.a. King James, a.k.a. I Still Yo.
A.k.a. Lil JJ. Just James.
Damn.
Yes, sir.
Okay, gentlemen, how are we today?
We're doing fantastic.
I feel like you all up in the mic.
Yeah, James is all up in the
Get close.
That close. You
said you
were
real
all
close.
up in the mic.
James is just happy to have a voice here today, man. You know. But guys, what's going on? What's going on?
Yo, we here. This is episode 1.
This is episode 1.
See how far we can go before we're canceled.
Probably episode 1. I don't know, man. I think it's pretty cool. I've always had like dreams of starting a podcast. Like I remember like back in the day, I used to just like do annoying rants on Snapchat every morning on my way to work.
Back in the day, you still do that.
All right, first of all,
When
you
was
know,
back in the day? Last week?
back in the day, as in 12 hours ago.
Okay.
Okay, makes sense.
Yeah.
More like 2 hours ago.
All right, you know what? You can kill yourself. And you know, I would get like good responses from it. Like I would just like bullshit, talk about work or like people that annoy me. Mostly people that annoy me because I'm not really a people person. But you know, I got a good response from it, and I always wanted to like do a podcast and whatnot. But I never really like had the I guess solidified vision to do it. Like it just seemed like a lot of work. And I remember one day I was just sitting at my desk, and I got a DM. And I opened it, and it was Lewis.
What's up?
And he was like,
Slid in the DMs.
yeah,
All in your DMs.
Lewis slid in my DMs and was like, yo, son, mad random. And And I was like, okay, this is about to get weird.
This could go anyway.
Yeah, I'm like, this is the day I gotta block Lewis on Instagram.
I've been doing a lot of fuck shit.
Yeah. And then he was like, yo, you ever thought about starting a podcast? And in my mind, he whispered that.
I'm kind of glad. For some reason, I'm kind of glad you thought I whispered it.
Yeah.
But when he whispered it in Spanish.
Oh my god. Hey yo, El Chris.
Is that my name in Spanish?
No, I think it's just Chris in Spanish.
All right.
Or
Pretty sure
Christoph.
it's just Chris.
No, it's Christoph, right?
No.
Cristobal?
No, that's definitely Russian. My bad.
Oh, I mean, Cristobal. You could go with that, but that's more Italian.
Oh.
Long story short, we here now. Then this is
you
episode
go.
1. But
You're welcome.
yeah, it's kind of cool how we all got together. And this literally just goes straight into like the first topic.
Yeah, we all got a similar background, I guess we call
Like
it.
yeah, it's like a origin story. It's almost like the Defenders.
Yeah.
If the only thing we're defending is bills, because we had many of those back in the day.
It didn't pay that many bills.
So
but it
who's
paid.
the Luke Cage?
Oh, that's a good question.
James was saying.
James, you want to be Luke Cage?
He's too light skinned.
Oh,
You could.
That's racist.
that is.
It's
racist.
not racist if it's true. You don't have nearly enough melanin.
I
in you.
thought Chris was gonna be the light skinned dude in the podcast. We got a new champion.
James got brown eyes. He's way more. He got hazel eyes. He's
got
way
hazel.
more light skinned.
Yeah, but you got the tats though. So.
James, you got waves. Come on.
James has hazel eyes, waves,
He's wearing a camel shirt.
Camo
Like, you're
shirt
putting all the stereotypes, my nigga.
with like South Beach,
Yo, the South Beach LeBron.
the South Beach LeBrons on. And I know you got a secret family somewhere in Idaho. Stop it, sir. You are
Actually,
Idaho though, damn.
Portland.
in Portland.
Okay.
He got way more light skin
Oh,
tendencies
man.
than me.
Oregon.
And James sings. Like fuck out of here, James. You sing.
You're right.
Like, pick one thing you're good at.
We're
Like,
we're
seriously.
we're in a battle though, because you got the tats. You're 6'5".
I'm 6'3" and a half.
He's 6'12", actually.
Yeah, you're 6'12". So I don't know. You got the beard going. You got the nose piercing.
Negro, you have a beard too? What are you talking about? Like,
Yo.
just because a podcast don't mean I can't call you out and shit.
What? Like what? How do we get into this light skin debate right now?
Yeah, I don't know. It's like,
we're talking about origin stories, and we just got
yeah, we just, leave it to light skinned people to make it about them, right?
right. Yo,
Bastards.
me and Boots is here comfortable. Man.
Yeah. Y'all chilling over here with all your good melanin. Just hogging up all the good melanin.
And then they got the lamp behind them going.
Yo, this
so
lamp
he's-
is heating
He's getting
me up,
more
bro.
melanin.
Yeah.
I'm
It's gonna be
getting
very
blacker by the
smooth
minute.
by the end of the
Yeah.
show.
I'm gonna be looking like Wesley Snipes by the end of this episode.
Lewis wanted to be as close to DRs as possible.
Damn.
So he just sat by like scorching ass lamp.
Shout out
That's
to
why I said
DR.
it there on purpose, so he put that DR sign.
I feel that DR son.
You gonna look like Two-Face at the end, by the end of this.
I need a fucking presidente.
Yes.
Oh shit. But anyway, we sipping on this Angry Orchard rose.
Yeah, shout out to Chris. I said him get us some beers for the podcast, and he came through with some rosé.
Well, I asked him what he wanted, and he said, "Surprise me."
Yeah,
So-
surprise, nigga. Damn.
Surprise!
Is
I'm
this even-
surprised because I've never seen Angry Orchard rosé. So
Yeah.
I'm very
First
impressed.
of all, I thought it was just rose, honestly.
Oh, this
I've
nigga.
seen-
You
didn't see
would.
the little accent.
You would think it was just rose.
Ignoramus. That's how you know Andrew never been nowhere.
I mean, honestly, I haven't. I mean,
Will you be
I'll
the
be
type of the
honest.
restaurant? I'll be like, yo, can I get that rose champagne?
Or the filet mignon.
You're definitely a filet mignon.
Oh shit!
come back for that right now.
Any-
Yo,
any-
you got nothing.
I got nothing.
anyway,
got
yeah, like I said, the origin story kind of starts off with what's popular in the news right now. Toys R Us is actually where we all met at different times.
Yeah.
Who started there first? Was it you, Andrew?
No.
Unfortunately, it was me.
What year was that? Take us there for a
So
second.
1998. Now
Oh, no.
it was about maybe 2007.
So
Yeah.
you're me and Ty. I'm 2007 too, but I wasn't with y'all in 2007.
So you don't
Yeah.
you don't count right
Oh,
now.
Yeah,
wow.
all right,
You
all right.
don't
So
count
we
right
gonna
now.
we're gonna keep it on our local Toys R Us.
So Jersey don't count.
Nah,
Jersey
not-
doesn't count
Nah,
for
Jersey
that.
don't count. You keep that over there.
Damn.
Jersey is just Jersey.
You
Sorry.
keep that over there.
Closing
but,
highways,
All right.
Yeah.
I see how it is now.
Yeah.
carpeted malls.
I see the theme we're gonna go with on this podcast.
Oh yeah, shitting on Jersey. Yeah, like I could have told you that.
There
Was
you
it,
go.
Governor Krispy Kremes?
Yo, I don't associate with this dude.
Bet you voted for him though.
Hell no. First of all, I haven't voted ever.
Yeah, he's Dominican.
Yeah.
What you mean?
We don't vote.
But anyway.
See, this is why Trump won an election. Damn it.
Oh, really?
That's why.
This is not a political podcast at all.
Let's
get that out the
Let
way.
that be the first and last time we mention that name.
Yeah. Okay. So it's 2007, right? What made you apply to Toys R Us? I guess.
Honestly, I had a friend that worked there. I was at Victoria's Secret. I got sick of it.
Wow.
I was. People thought I was perverted working at Victoria's Secret.
I could see that. I could see that.
No,
Like, you don't.
no, it's
I can
not
tell
funny.
people just looking at you, they can tell
Yeah.
you perverted.
You don't understand. I have a whole mic in my ear, wearing all black, the attire for the workplace. A lady went to the manager and said, "There's a man in the pink section fondling with the panties."
And then they
then-
walk over and it's just Andrew. Now, for those of you who don't know Andrew, he's a big boy.
So him following with the panties, that's a sight.
Yeah,
That is
like
a
so
sight.
you see Andrew. He's a strapping young lad. He's out here.
He's got a baby face.
Yeah, he plays football. Football player with a baby face. Think of that. Now
That's
just think
scary.
of him with a handful of panties. I would run to the manager too. I'm not.
Ask your lady
I
what the
mean,
size
I did
is.
learn how to fold a thong. I didn't think that shit was
I mean,
possible.
I guess that's a useful thing.
It
but
is.
A thong, it's not that much material. I'm stuffing that shit in the
I mean,
drawer.
I know, but you know, there's a delicate way to do it though. But anyway,
Is your girl impressed?
anyway,
Anyway, so you got referred to a friend because you was catching mad heat at Victoria's
and
Secret.
I was in school, I couldn't take it. It was messing with my school. So I said, you know what, let me go to Toys R Us. It's closer to home. I ain't gonna bother taking the train late at night, getting home like at 1 o'clock in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
Went there, found out that was the biggest mistake of my life.
Oh yeah, all right.
I learned that it was the biggest mistake of my life.
Spoiler alert.
Okay, we'll get to that.
But that's called foreshadowing.
Oh, all right, yeah. Hold on to that pain, good brother. And then I think next, James, you started there.
I started in early 2010.
Okay, and what? And you're a little bit different than us. Your experience was the same, but maybe not the same. Because you worked in Babies R Us, right?
I did.
You worked on that side, so you had to deal with like all the pregnant mommies and like
Yes, I did.
the raging hormones
Yes, I
And the
did.
pregnant daddy.
and the
the
pregnant
pregnant
daddies, yeah,
Wait, what?
And the little kids running around.
and the little kids running around,
extra.
jumping in the crib.
Listen, when there's a pregnant woman shopping in Babies R Us, men are just as bad. Trust me.
Yes,
Men
they
are-
are. They're
I heard Chris fights dads.
Oh yeah, I fight fathers, but we'll get to that another time. But okay, and you were there for like a good what, like 5 years, 6 years? Like
No, I was there for maybe 2 years.
no, it had to be more than
I
2
left
years.
in 2012.
Oh, word?
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's about the time I got there. So yeah.
Oh, all right, that makes sense.
I left in 2012.
I think the thing with James was after he left, he just kept coming to like visit.
Yeah.
I'm like, why are you here?
Because I have a niece. So,
Okay.
I'm always in there buying stuff for like every occasion.
All right, he's
So,
a good brother. Ladies,
Mind
he could take care of your kids. 'cause-
Mind you, it's 2012. I am still at this Toys R Us.
Okay. hold,
You're gonna be there for a while. Andrew.
yeah, you're gonna be there for a minute, cuz hold on to that pain. But anyway, I think I got there in 2010, and that was like my first job. I was 18, and I remember I always just wanted to work because I was tired of being broke and ugly. Like I can't be broke and ugly. I had to pick one.
That's true.
And I remember applying like a bunch of places in the area. Like we're right next to a mall, so I remember applying to JCPenney and Macy's, and like I had to go through that process over and over again. It was like, oh, why do you want to work here?
Same here.
It's like, nigga, I'm broke. Like, what the fuck you think? I'm 18. Like,
That's the
I
dumbest question.
yeah, like I always hated that.
Crappy ass mall, by the way.
Yeah, yeah, it is
Yeah.
just shitty more.
It's amazing how I first met Chris when he was at Toys R Us.
All right, I'm gonna get to that too, cause you bastard. But I remember, like at the time, it was the day after my prom, and I'm just chilling there with my friends, and I get a phone call from like one of our like grown to be like friends, personal friends, who at the time was HR, and she goes, "Hello," and I'm like, "Yes." She was like, "Is this Christopher?" Beep. I'm not gonna say my last name on the fucking podcast.
Oh, but you said mine. What the fuck?
No one knows that. Per se,
Valid.
no
Yeah.
one knows
Anyway,
that.
it's not racist if it's true. Anyway, yeah. She goes, "Is this Christopher?" Beep. And I'm like, "Yeah." She was like, "You got an interview." No, she was like, "You got orientation Thursday, 10 a.m. Bring a polo." Click. And I'm
Bring a
like,
polo.
"Yeah, bring a red polo." Click. And I look at my friends like, I think I just got a job. And they all clapped for me.
Damn.
And that's pretty much how it started. So let's I like before we bring Lewis in, because Lewis came in a little bit later.
Yeah, man.
He's what you call a late bloomer.
No,
That's not what you call it.
I was blooming before I got there.
Yeah, I was blooming before I got there. But yeah, so it started out, me, James, Andrew. I remember my first day, like Andrew said, the first time I met him, I remember I had to walk to work, and I had to walk across the parking lot, and it was like 9 a.m. and I just see like this big waddling figure just like open up the exit doors and walk in, and I was like, I guess I'm gonna go through that exit too. And it put me in the electronics section, and in the morning it was really dead. So I'm just standing there, like it's my first day. I got my polo tucked into my khaki pants.
With your chucks on.
With my chucks on, yeah, I was heavy into the chucks. And about every hour or every 45 minutes, or pretty much just whenever he felt like it, in my section there was a digital camera display when digital cameras were popping still.
Uh-huh.
And they were attached to that little security string.
Yeah.
And my good friend Andrew would just walk by and take all the displays off.
I'll see the alarm go off.
And just run away. And then I had to put it back. And he did that about 6 times that day. And I just remember saying to myself, I'm not that big.
But I'm gonna fuck
this guy up. And honestly, from there, to this day, I don't know how me and Andrew were friends. Because I feel like that's just a metaphor for our friendship.
I feel like
he keeps taking my cameras off, and I keep wanting to punch him in the face. Like that's basically me and Andrew's friendship in a nutshell.
There you go.
And then as far as James goes, I think I remember just walking by him one day, and he stops me. He goes, yo, you're looking at mom with in the sundress over there, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, the one that's 8 months pregnant? He was like, yeah. And I'm like, okay, I see.
There was a lot of that over
Yeah, I was like,
True story.
Yeah.
At the same time, though, y'all did look alike. So
I see. Yeah, like in the very beginning, everyone thought, it's like, oh, you James' little brother? I was like, I don't know who the fuck James is, bitch.
And
I've only been.
He's taller than me.
Yeah, I've been here 4 hours. I don't know who James is.
James, that nigga that keeps taking the cameras.
That's crazy. It's because we're light skinned, everybody.
Yeah, when you light
Everybody
skin, you're
always
related.
thinks-
Yeah.
Like people think I'm related to Drake and Steph Curry.
No one thinks you're related to Drake.
I think you're.
I love how you just picked the 2 top light skins.
Yeah, like you just picked 2 light skinned people.
You only got to pick one. Just one.
Yeah.
Just one.
You
both.
said Drake.
Because Drake doesn't have the colored eyes. Steph has the colored
Like,
eyes.
you're gonna say somebody that was.
and
like,
I got the Drake beard going on.
You don't have the Drake beard going on.
First of all,
No, not
Drake
at all.
beard come down to his 3rd nipple.
Yeah.
Okay? We're gonna leave it at that.
You couldn't pick like a wash light skin.
James
Like,
James's beard looks like Muff in the 70s. You got mad Muff face.
I'm in between cutting it and like trying to see where it'll take me.
To the precinct. You fucking criminal.
oh man.
Anyway, yeah, so that's kind of how we rocked out for like a year or two.
Yeah.
And then a good friend Lewis, young Fuzzy Wuzzy over here.
Crept in like.
Crept in. But the thing about Lewis,
Here we go.
I feel like for like the first 4 months, he didn't speak to nobody. I didn't even know what
That's
his
kind of my MO though. Like,
yeah,
I
I
know
didn't.
like that.
I didn't even know what his voice sounded like. I just knew this guy about 3 days a week showed up at 5 p.m. Did some shit. I don't know what he did. He just did some
I
shit.
did some great shit because apparently nobody fucking cleaned up their owls, and I cleaned up my owls.
Yeah,
Yo, this
and then
nigga-
at 9:30, he was out.
I was out.
Just hopped in like this.
Yeah, lucky bastard.
Just hopped in this minivan.
I
He
used
was
to have to
out.
clean the whole baby's RS up.
Yeah,
by myself.
And that's what we're gonna I guess
I used to make tips all day.
get into the trials and tribulations of a Toys
There's
R
a
Us
lot of trials.
Toys R Us worker, right?
A lot.
Yeah. The crazy thing is, out of all the shit that we endured and talked about, we all stayed there for a pretty long time. Like, I think it became more of like us at this table, and a couple other people became more like a family, but like a family that just bitched about everything.
Yeah.
Everything.
everything and
That's
just
how we bonded.
yeah, through pain.
And
Blame.
bitching. And bitching.
Yeah, basically. But
Build character.
yeah, let's talk about Toys R Us because not only did we all meet there and we worked there, but it's been in the news lately where they've gone bankrupt.
They had a little bit of trouble.
They had a lot of little bit of trouble. lot of little bit of trouble.
Un poquito.
In the news where they're finally going bankrupt, and I'm saying finally going bankrupt because from the inside we saw this like for years, maybe since like 2014. We saw this, but I'm gonna give it over to the man with the most pain, Andrew. Maybe you could speak on some of the practices or some of the things you had to endure or didn't care too much as a Toys R Us worker. Maybe tell them what exactly you did while you worked there in your 17 years.
God damn.
As a worker, I pretty much did everything.
Okay.
From register to floor work to stock work to actually unloading trucks by myself. That's a whole different story.
Yeah, like that's honestly like a whole different like occupation.
Yeah.
Like the guys who unloaded the trucks actually got paid more and worked like a whole different shift.
Yeah, I did that in my second half of working there.
Yeah, me too. Like somehow I ended up from being like
you didn't last though.
the electronics guy to being like the overnight guy to being, hey, what you doing? Can you come in like 8 minutes? And I'm like, I guess. But yeah, like elaborate a little bit more, Andrew. Like, come on, give me something. Give me some behind the scenes footage, some behind the scenes stories, untold stories of a Toys R Us worker.
Untold stories to Toys R Us worker. I would say it's at least 4 to 8 hours of straight misery. It starts with management. There's no communication. Everything is just terrible. It's just terrible. Like they'll send you to one project and then send you to this other project, and if that first project is not done, it's a whole different problem. But mind you, I mean, maybe it was just me, but they had maybe about 8 other workers. But you want to make only me do basically everything in the store.
Basically, I feel like Andrew felt like he was targeted. They just saw like a big dude who was like Andrew has a very kind heart.
Always dancing.
Yeah, he's always dancing. He's always being goofy, and I feel like they took advantage of that. And they literally had him do, like he said, everything in the store. Yeah, they beat that boy till he was dead.
Yeah, when he wasn't laughing, he was angry. So
Yeah, Andrew.
And when I wasn't angry, I was kind of laughing.
yeah.
And when he wasn't doing both, he was crying. He cried in the car.
I had my shares of cries.
Yeah,
Oh, a lot of cries.
She had a couple tears.
yeah. But all right, I guess if Andrew doesn't want to get a little dirty with it,
I mean, what story do you want?
hey man, I was there. I know what happened. I want you to tell the people who don't know what happened, the people who are on my Facebook bitching about this is the millennials' fault who are buying their kids iPads and iPhones instead of toys. All right, like first of all, listen, you stupid bitch.
First of
All
all,
right, they're not getting rid of toys. You can still buy your punk ass baby toys. All right.
There's a little thing called Amazon.
Yeah.
it's a little thing called Walmart and Target.
Yeah, like you can still buy your baby's toys. And then, like, my thing is that they always go, well, that's not the point. The point is, like, when I was a kid, I used to love going inside Toys R Us and just playing with the toys. Really? Like, really? That was your favorite part when you was a kid?
And not come out with anything.
And not come out with shit. I used to hate that shit when I was a kid, yo. Let me tell you something real quick. When I was a kid, I used to have like a bunch of little Power Ranger toys, right?
Yeah.
And like a bunch of different ones. But there was this one Power Ranger toy that I got maybe like 2 years before, Red Power Ranger, right? And at this point, his paint is coming off and all that stuff. And when I used to play with my toys, I used to have like a story. There was like a storyline. Like I was writing the Marvel movies before Marvel was making these movies, dog.
With Power Ranger toys.
With Power Ranger toys.
Chris Saban.
Yeah.
Saban.
Word. And I remember I had this one fire ass storyline where like all the other toys was jumping this one Red Power Ranger and fucked them up real bad, right? I don't know why. Maybe because he ain't had any money or something like that. I don't know. I was a real jaded kid. But that's how his armor got messed up. And I used to like when I wasn't playing with my toys, I used to like dig through my couches for like coins and all that stuff. And I remember there was this brand new Power Rangers. Like Power Rangers back then was $6.99. I even calculated the tax. I was like 8 years old. Calculated the tax. I was like, yo, this shit would be like $7.38 or something like that. And I got it all in coins, right?
I don't know how you figured that out, but okay.
I don't know. I just know I had something around there. And I was like, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna run this storyline where the Red Power Ranger gets jumped. And then I'm gonna buy this new Power Ranger, and it's also gonna be a Red Power Ranger. He's gonna come back. He's gonna fuck all y'all up, right? That was the plan. Like that was like, and I was so happy. And I live super close to Toys R Us, man. I was like a good 5 minutes away from there, and I begged my parents all weekend. I was like, "Can we go to Toys R Us? Can we go to Toys R Us? I want this one toy. I want this one toy." I was like, "I have the money. You only gotta do anything." And they were like, "Okay." During the day, we go out. We do like our random chores or whatever during the day, and we're driving back, and my parents drive into the Toys R Us parking lot, right? And we go in, and I run to the Power Ranger section, and I get this red Power Ranger, and I pick it up, and I'm like, yo, this is it, this is it. And then my mom looks at me, and she goes, I hope you know we're not leaving with that. And I'm like, what?
Well, we came here.
But why the fuck you bring me here if you can't leave with this motherfucking toy?
Mind you, he's 8 years old. These are his exact words.
You know, like when you're doing that crying shit where you just stutter on the leg and your voice mad. I got the money for the toy.
It's like you can't let the cry out
or
your words out at the same time.
Yeah, man. I went back home. I never finished that storyline with the fucked up Red Power Ranger. He's still there.
He's messed up.
Yeah,
man.
he's out of commission.
I had a similar storyline with the White Ranger and Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Oh, you just out here playing with white toys? You ain't had no black toys?
I had The Rock too, so it was like the White Ranger, Stone Cold Steve Austin, and The Rock.
It was a firm.
He biracial, right? Does The Rock really count? So you had half a black toy?
I ain't have a Mark Henry figure, you know.
Oh, no. Yeah, that's
the most popular one. I mean, yeah, he was.
Did they even sell Mark Henry figures back then?
I think back then was like Booker T.
Yeah. You ain't about to buy no sexual chocolate on Toys R Us.
I think it was like more like Farouk.
Booker T was like the Walmart brand Rock.
Yeah.
Booker T.
Yeah.
He really was.
No, he was.
He really was.
That's
He even had the same finishing move. His was called the bookend.
Not the rock bottom.
Yeah.
The Rock Light.
It was the rock light. He was the rock light.
Diet Rock. Rock Zero.
Can you dig that stuff?
But I mean, going back to the kids and people saying millennials are killing Toys R Us, that's definitely not true, because if you look at parents today, they don't give their kids toys to play with to calm down. What do they give them? They give them a cell phone, they give them a tablet, and that's it.
Yep.
Whose fault is that? When we were younger, we didn't have tablets. We didn't have cell phones.
Yeah.
When we were little kids and toddlers,
book bags
we had to
full of
play with
toys.
the fake phones, the Fisher Price phones.
Yeah, word.
You give a little kid a Fisher Price phone, now they're gonna look at you like, yo, I want that iPhone you got. I want that X.
What kind of
They're
games
gonna
you got
take
in
that
there?
Fisher Price phone and throw it right at your
They're
face.
gonna beam it at your head.
Everybody got that little nephew to be like, what kind of phones you got on your... What kind of games you got
What kind of games you got? I
got
don't got
games
no
on your
games. I don't got no games. I know memory.
Yeah. Phone? I ain't got no motherfucking phone.
What you talking about?
Talking about phone. I got this beeper. But anyway, I know there was a point. It's crazy because James and Lewis don't really know each other.
Nah.
But we all worked at the same Toys R Us, and that's because one day James just took his shirt off, put it around his neck. It's like, yo, I'm tired of these motherfuckers, and just walked out. And I never saw James again.
And then he tossed his shirt in the bushes, which for some reason we cannot.
Wasn't
find.
that your shirt?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It was like when Bobby
showed them.
Smurder threw his hat up. And that was me with the red shirt.
yeah.
Okay.
But James was fed up with Toys R Us.
Oh, I was done.
And you know, like dealing with Babies R Us, it's a different kind of animal because they kind of with that it's a conjoined store, but they only have like 1 or 2 employees running that whole side of the store, as opposed to like the Toys R Us side where you would get maybe like a solid 8, maybe. But yeah, every night James had to clean up the entire section by himself. He had to, I don't know, because I was on the Toys R Us side.
I feel his pain because towards the end of me being at Toys R Us, I was in Babies R Us. So that was a motherfucker, bro. But I was in the mornings, though. I had to pack out everything. I had to clean
You
it
got
up.
the whole bottle. Just doing the bottle wall
Yeah,
alone.
no, that was a headache, bro.
Like, oh my gosh.
Just sitting at the desk alone.
Sitting at the desk, and then you got like 8 mothers that want to do a registry at that time.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I just want to shoot all of them.
An elderly couple who needs to print out a registry, but they don't know the person's name.
Yeah, like I'm.
Yeah,
supposed to,
like, I'm
know
supposed
what
to
the
know.
name is.
Then they'll give you like, yo, it's Stacy. Like, Stacy what?
It's like
Where
19
does she
million
live?
Stacy's. Like,
Nah, anytime I used to get that, I used to give him like a random registry.
yo,
Like, and then walk away real fast.
There you go.
Yeah, I feel like I was a good soul when I started Toys R Us. Maybe up until 2012
No, I would say about 3 weeks later.
or 3 weeks. 3 weeks later sounds about right.
it's because we were dumb and young, you know,
Young and dumb.
young and dumb.
Yeah, Dumb and Dumber over
Dumb
here sharing a mic. But at least I could say for myself the reason why I say Jeffrey can hold my whole balls.
Not just one, but all of them.
Yeah, like the whole system of it was just really weird. Like I remember they always told us that the shortest shift you can get was 4 hours, right?
Yeah.
And then I remember towards the end looking at the schedule, and there would be people with 3.5 hours.
Yeah.
And like I thought by state law the lowest you could have is 4, but then you have people on there like 3.5 hours, like. And we had some employees coming from the Bronx, coming from Brooklyn. Like, what is that 3.5 hours paying? And this is not for the day, just one day. This is your hours for the week sometimes.
Yeah.
Like, there are some people that just
Yeah,
got
one
one day, 3.5 hours. Like, who are you feeding off of that? Like, and there was, I understand sometimes they're like, we just don't have enough hours, and, maybe they just give the hours that they did have to the people who earned their metrics, whatever that bullshit is.
Yo, the
Metric,
metrics was wow.
yo, metrics is like data.
First of
Like that
all,
shit don't exist.
First of all, any type of metrics they wanted were all unattainable and unachievable. Another reason why they went under, because they will set these really high prices for these toys. No one will buy them.
Yeah.
Why? Because they were too much. People go to Target, go to Walmart, get them a whole lot cheaper. Then they realized that, okay, let's start doing price match. They started doing that, but for some reason, they still couldn't get it done. They couldn't do nothing because they were just kept digging themselves a deeper and deeper hole every time.
Because the price match didn't fucking work. Every time somebody would be like, yo, do you price match this? Like, it's always like excuse.
There's always some type of restriction. Like,
Yeah.
oh, it only applies to this brand, that brand, but not that brand.
Yo, I had the ill scam for the price match thing. I'm about to put y'all on real quick.
I mean, it's over.
Yeah, I was saying, thanks for putting us on now.
At the end.
Thank you, Chris.
Yo, check this dialogue, right? You get you a friend that knows how to use Photoshop, right? And
Chris.
AKA Chris.
yeah, I might be that friend. So holla at me if you need some Photoshop shit done.
Ain't nobody going to Toys R Us, man.
Hey man, I don't know.
Do you do passports?
Hey,
yo, this guy.
Yo, we'll talk off here. So
What?
what?
Tap our podcast.
Yeah, what I used to do was I used to screenshot the item that I wanted on Toys R Us, and the sale price would be in red, and then I would just upload that to Photoshop and Photoshop the price like $3-4 cheaper, and then go to the new cashiers. And this is after I left Toys R Us too, because when I was there, if I wanted something, I used to just take that shit.
Facts.
And I would just go to the new cashier and I'd be like, oh, can I price match this? Like I saw it at such and such Target or whatever for like $8.99 as opposed to $13.99. And she was like, yeah, we can price match that. And sometimes if the price match was too low, they would have to get manager numbers. So they'd have to call a manager over. And they were so hectic. They were so busy bouncing back and forth. They didn't even care. They just put their numbers in and walked away.
They were mad at you like, that goddamn it, Chris.
Yeah. I mean, what I'm trying to say is I'm probably the reason Toys R Us is going out of business. Because when I wasn't doing that and I was an employee, I was stealing. Allegedly. Because
Allegedly.
nah,
I
I
think
did
we
that
still have
shit.
Money that you were owed.
Nah, I did that shit. Say it with my chest. I did that shit. I'm about to make a t-shirt. Yeah, I did that shit. Drop it next Thursday. I did that shit.
I think OJ got that copyrighted.
Oh, shit. Nah, yeah, he did that shit.
You don't want to fuck with OJ.
Yeah. You got it, cuz. But yeah, when it used to get so boring at times or so frustrating at times, you just had to commit crime, but like real petty crime, like stealing shit. Like I never used to do like we used to have people come in and somehow have like these theft rings, I guess, but they were stealing like jungle gyms and Power Wheels and all that stuff. I never used to do that. I take a bag of animal crackers with the
Headphones.
frosting on it.
Maybe
Some gummy headphones.
Yeah, some headphones for the day. Yeah, I would take some baby. You could always tell when I took the baby apple juice because there's mad fiber in it. I had to shit. so if I
people looking for Chris, like, oh, Chris be going for 45 minutes.
yeah, if I'm going for 45 minutes, I stole some shit because I'm in the bathroom.
You didn't have breakfast. You get that baby inshore,
Yeah,
son.
yo, you was,
Boots was in the stall next to him, letting it rip. Too.
yeah,
for no
gotta-
reason.
Listen, you got to shit. You got to shit.
yo,
Sound like two people playing the trumpet.
nah, me and Boots was be stall to stall. Shit sound like A-Rap beats.
Like, yo, who's stepping on ducks in there?
Maybach music.
I remember Boots used to get the baby wipes and bring it with him.
Yo,
Gotta make sure the ass is clean, man.
Yo, if Boots kept a good pack of wet ones on him, son.
Boots got a lot of real estate back there.
Yeah, man.
Gotta make sure the ass is clean, man.
Yeah.
oh shit.
But
That's what I've been told the baby wipes.
yeah. But I'm not just gonna sit here and act like I was the only one stealing. Y'all motherfuckers was stealing too. That's right. I'm snitching on all y'all. I'm not going. I'm bringing this whole podcast down with me.
Yo. 1, 2, 3, 4.
But I just want to go around real quick. I started off with the best thing you ever stole from Toys R Us.
Oh,
Okay.
all right.
Yeah, like I said, I'll kick it off.
I feel like
Best
it's
thing
gonna
is
be
all the
juicy.
things.
Stole all the things. Nah,
All
like
things.
all
All things, them.
towards the end of my Toys R Us run, they used to come out with like the Power Ranger Legacy stuff.
Oh yeah.
So like they used to have actual like I don't like what would they call it? Like not merch.
replicas.
Yeah, they would have the replicas from the actual Power Ranger show. So in the beginning, I used to get like a couple morphers, maybe like the Power Ranger communicator. Yeah, they were like $60, $70. Now this particular item was I don't know if you 90s babies remember the White Ranger, Tommy.
Of course.
Yeah, we know James remembers the White
Yeah,
Ranger.
you had some stories with Tommy apparently.
Yeah, James is over here like white power.
Tommy and Stone Cold got it in.
Yeah. word. But Tommy's sword or weapon of choice was called Saba. Yeah. Now Saba.
Not Shaba.
Saba.
Yeah. Not to be confused with Saba. But yeah, Saba was about a 35-pound replica sword that actually made noise. His mouth moved, and it extended into a longer sword. And I really wanted this fucking toy, son. Like this was my childhood.
So what you're saying is that when it was time for action, it got longer.
Yeah. That's exactly what I'm saying. I'm gonna make that T-shirt too.
There you go.
That's gonna drop next Friday.
There you go.
But anyway, I forgot what manager was on that day, but he was like walking back and forth a lot. So I used to have this thing where I would.
Walking back and forth a lot. I know who it is. There's only one man.
Yeah. We're not gonna put that out there.
Yeah.
But when I would put back merchandise, I think I was in that section that day. I walked past the toy. I put the box. It's on my cart around with a bunch of other toys. Right. Go up and down the aisle, put some stuff back, throw some stuff in my cart. When there's no one around, open up the box. Right. Yeah. Keep going. Walk around. Put some stuff in the cart. Take some stuff out the cart.
This is Chris in the cart.
Yeah.
Damn.
Then-
Fuck, I gotta edit that now.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Then eventually, like I took Saba outside the box, right, but covered it up with other toys. Closed up the box, put it back in the aisle behind other Sabas, right, to get rid of the evidence.
Inconspicuously.
Yeah, and then had the open Saba covered in like random boxes and toys and Barbies and whatnot. And then this one manager, I remember he took a coffee pot, right, from the office. Yeah, I know who it is. That infamous coffee pot. Took the coffee pot to the break room. This one manager loved coffee. So when I saw him head to the break room with that coffee pot, I knew I had at least
Action time.
6 minutes. Man, I'm like, yo, how am I gonna get this to my car? Son, I opened up my pants and I put Saba down my pant,
Oh.
like down like one pant leg. And then I
Damn.
walked with the ill Diddy Bop.
Wait, inside or outside of the leg?
I don't remember. Like,
Somebody said, "Is that a Saba? Are you happy to see
yeah.
me?"
He had all them 8-month-old pregnant, pregnant chicks looking at him. Oh,
almost got written up that day. Sexual harassment. But I put Saba inside one pants leg and I hobbled to my car. And now he sits proudly on my dresser next to all my other Power Ranger paraphernalia.
Super lit.
I'm proud of you.
that you also stole.
Oh yeah, that I also
Allegedly.
stole.
I'm proud of you because that stuff is expensive. Like
Yeah,
even the Zords are like
Yeah.
Oh, the Zord.
100.
Oh my
I saw
God.
one for like $169.
Yeah. Oh, I got 2 of those.
Yeah,
Allegedly.
allegedly.
Yeah, allegedly. But yeah, you know, that's my story. So shout out to Saba. Shout out to that coffee pot. Shout out to you, sir.
There you go.
Manager, sir. But who up?
Who up? I'm up. I mean, my story is.
Yeah,
I
you
don't got no elaborate story like him. I didn't shove anything down my pants or anything.
I stand by my story.
Also, the shit I stole was like fucking like candy and headphones. That's about it for me. The biggest. All right, it's not a video podcast for those that want to know. Boots attempted to throw Chris a bottle opener, and it went too far left.
Sorry.
Middle of my story too. Goddamn. Oops. So I think this is around the time I got my PS3 for the first time, and it's PS3 wasn't the first time we got like an HD console, and I put it on my TV and that shit was looking suspect with like them cables it came with. So I mean the biggest thing I saw was probably an HDMI cable when they first came out. Them shits were expensive when they came out.
Yes, they were.
Yeah, so that's probably it. Yeah, I know, whack, right?
Mad whack.
My bad, Saba.
I maybe stole about several PS3 games.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. Fuck it. I did. I did shit.
I did that shit.
It's okay, because I sold all them shits to GameStop. It's fine.
Damn.
No evidence.
This is why they went bankrupt.
Was that
That was like $1.12 profit.
Was that an RGD card?
Yeah.
Yo,
actually,
the RGD card has some shit.
No, wait, it wasn't an RGD card. It had an elaborate plan. So, this is times when I
How
was
elaborate?
Allegedly.
elaborate.
All right, let's see how elaborate this plan is.
That shit's simple as fuck.
Yeah,
Go
right.
ahead.
That's simple. So, I used to do overnight. I used to pack out in the morning,
Overnight and morning?
Yeah, I used to do both.
I told you they worked him to the bone.
He was a slave.
When did you go home?
About maybe 10 o'clock in the morning.
God,
I'm
damn.
serious.
Come back at 12.
There was one night I worked from 3 in the afternoon to maybe 6 the next morning.
Oof.
And all I was doing that entire day was just trucks.
Oh
Just
my
trucks.
God. Just by yourself, huh?
Yes, by myself. And I did it.
They just looking at you from the security
And I
camera.
did
There
it
goes
all.
Boots.
And I did it all because of a girl. But that's a whole nother story.
Yeah, great. Andrew
we
falls
all
in
know.
love.
We
Blah
all
blah
know.
blah. Yeah, we know the story. That's for another podcast. What you steal, boy?
Oh, so the first thing I stole was Madden 11 for the PS3.
That's the exact game I was getting an HDMI cable for.
Because I had
Look how small the world is.
Yeah, word.
Because I went to Costco, I got the bundle PS3. I paid for it. Don't worry, I paid for that.
Yeah, we support Costco over here.
Yes, Costco. Costco's a BJ still.
Let's go Sam's Club.
Costco's.
Okay, Costco's. Anyway, so I came in. It was overnight. Manager came in the morning. I said, "Can I purchase this?" He's like, "Nah, I ain't gonna let you purchase it." He said, "I'm not gonna ring you up." I said, "Really? Okay, I'm gonna put it back." Psych. So I walked from the register to the party section because you got to figure out all the camera angles.
Yeah, yo, we knew where every camera was.
Figure out the camera angles.
And
So-
when we didn't know where the camera was, we was just cool with security.
Yeah,
But go
security
ahead.
was mad cool.
So I walked right in the party section. Looked to the left, looked to the right. I don't know why I looked up and down for. It was unnecessary, but I did.
But I did that shit.
I looked up and down. And I put the shit in my back pocket. Somehow, some way, it stayed in there. I walked right out the
big
store.
back pocket.
You ain't sit on it throughout the day? I would have forgotten sat on it.
No, this is after I was leaving 6 in the morning.
Oh, all right.
My manager came
Smart
in.
man.
Manager came in and didn't want to ring me up. I said, "You're not gonna ring me up? Okay,
All right, bet.
cool. I still got it."
There you go.
Another one I stole. Almost got caught though. Oh man, I think I almost got caught with this one.
You could have just told that story. I'm like, oh,
I feel like this is a juicier story.
yeah, right. All right, but go ahead.
I think
I get you.
because there was a point where we started having undercovers because it was like a high theft,
Yeah.
high rate of
We
theft.
still knew the undercovers.
Huh?
We still knew the undercovers.
Oh, yeah, I knew that.
No, this is before I knew the undercovers.
Oh,
I
yeah.
knew who the hell they were.
It was like people they brought from outside, but it was people we saw every day. So it's like, I
Oh,
know.
The niggas will talk to us like,
Yeah.
yo.
But I never knew, and we had this one snitch ass security guard, or snitch ass AP, I can say,
Okay.
with a yellow shirt, which nobody liked, by the way. Call him Musclehead.
Oh,
Oh.
Musclehead.
Oh, I want to talk about Muscle Head after this. But go ahead.
So I had stashed the game back there from packing out in the morning. I stashed it, in the back where all the boxes and stuff, right?
Uh huh.
So I come back there, and I saw my friend Ronald. I said, "Oh, what up, Ronald?" He used to work there. I said, "Yo, come true," right? Of course, he sees that. He snitches right away. They both come to me. I'm like, wow. Wow. I'm about to get fired. And then,
This what money looking like?
but luckily, it all passed away. I mean, all passed away. It all passed.
Yeah. And then
I gave about half hour. Went back there, got the game, and walked out.
damn.
Wait.
Cool.
Wait, hold on. I feel like you did not include some details there. So they went up to you and what happened?
They went up to me. They talked to me. The manager that was
Yeah.
that was there. They talked to me. They
About?
told me, they said, "Oh, I'm not supposed to do that." I said, "Yeah, he used to work here. I'm sorry, I didn't know." I put on the.
Oh, you
ping
brought
at-
somebody somewhere you weren't supposed to bring them.
Yeah.
Oh, that. So
Yeah.
that's what you got.
That's
Yeah.
the details you left
Oh,
out.
yeah.
I'm
All
like,
right.
what?
My bad.
Yeah.
I'm like, they
all
just
right.
talk to you and just leave you with the
Yeah.
game.
But
But,
yeah, so I put on the sorry act. I put on the little crying face act.
Yeah.
It
Typical.
worked.
They love the baby face over there. All right.
One time I just told my potato chips, I said I got out of it too.
First of all, them chips were good. By the way, thank you, appreciate it.
Brother James, what you got, man?
Speak to the congregation.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like everybody stole the same stuff.
Candy and
It was either
headphones.
video games or candy.
I never stole a video game. It was always toys.
It was DS games I stole.
Nah, I never stole
And
a
the
video game.
craziest part, you worked in the video game section.
Yeah, and I worked in the video game section.
It would be easier to bag you, though. I think.
Yeah, they would come to
so,
me first, if
yeah.
anything. So I always stayed away from that.
So I mean, I drank a lot of kids juices, a lot of chocolate milk, a lot of
Pop,
snacks,
bro.
a lot of candy. I
James
find-
is just fat.
yo, facts. I was if I
But it's
found
like,
it,
why he always eating?
I would always look in the RGD cards, and I would find a
Nah,
lot
you
of
don't
snacks.
get food. Don't get food from RGD.
A lot of they weren't open. They
Oh,
weren't
okay.
open. No, it was just
They might
like
be expired though.
it was just like people got too lazy, so they just put it in there.
Yeah, you're right.
And one day I was going through an RGD cart, and that's when I had just gotten PS3, and I only had one controller, and I was going through the cart, and I was like, oh shit,
It's a
a
control.
red controller.
Oh, yo, remember if you had a color controller,
You were lit.
Yeah,
you were
that-
lit.
Like
So
control.
I was like, oh,
Yeah.
and then I had just gotten NBA 2K. I forgot which
oh,
one.
everybody coming over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was
So
lit.
when I got the extra controller, I was like, oh no, it's lit. So what I did was, same thing as Saba. Pants
Right in the groin.
to car.
Pants to
And
car.
that was really it. That was
So he came through like SpongeBob SquarePants, literally. Like he just
yo, I was
Yo, that big print looking wild.
it went-
you might want to go see a doctor, boy.
it,
Some
it
lumps.
traveled too. It went from pants and then as I was walking, it went down to leg.
Oh,
from-
man.
So it was very awkward.
What's part of the leg, though?
You went
The
from
right leg.
You went from Albany to Tallahassee.
Yeah.
your nuts drop mid walk.
But yeah, them RGD carts was lit. That like if he was ever hungry, because
Facts.
you know if Toys R Us giving you a 3.5, 4 hour shift,
You don't got no time.
yeah, you ain't got no time to go eat. They're not even giving you enough money to buy food.
Exactly.
Like all that shit went straight to like my phone bill and whatnot. So I remember the most lit time of the year. What month was that? If you was hungry, what month was that?
November.
November.
I love how he knows it right off the bat.
Son.
You got a jingle with it and everything.
Yo, son, that's when they used to put out the Christmas stuff.
Oh,
so you would get the
man.
tins of popcorn
Oh yeah.
with the 3 colors. But I'll even do you one better.
Andrew State offered me that. I'm like, yo, I'm good. So like, nah, take it. Take it.
Yeah, Andrew was just giving out food like Robin Hood.
This nigga, it ain't yours.
Yeah.
Like, we all got to eat. It's
Yeah,
all right.
yo, we all go eat today, cuz. Nah, but October with the Halloween candy.
Oh,
man.
Dudes was going through seasonal with a box cutter and just.
Dudes was getting
Them
diabetes.
bags, yeah, them
Left-
bags.
Yeah, I remember we used to
I
do
might
that.
have diabetes.
You
I
just
don't know.
get you just get tossed a fucking mini Snickers at your face. Like,
Yeah.
bah, eat that nigga.
We used to do that shit in like groups. One dude would come through the aisle with a box cutter
Yeah,
and jerk up the
I remember
bag.
that.
Second dude come through 2 minutes later and just grab a bunch
I
of bags
remember-
and hand them out.
To say the names of the innocent, but I had niggas come up to me like, yo, it's behind the fucking Red Ranger.
Yeah.
The third one down the aisle.
Oh yeah.
I was like, word?
Yeah, the
I
stash
think
spots.
We had one coworker who always worked in the biggest section, and we used to go to him and be like, with a stash at?
Oh yeah,
He'd be like, I got you.
yo, I got you. You should be behind some Candyland.
I think I know who it is too.
Yeah, he's still there.
Yo, y'all were lit because I didn't have none of that in my section. It was just like baby snacks.
You had pregnant women and Prego pops. That's what
Yeah.
you had.
Yo, you ever had a Prego Pop?
No, actually, I never tried one. I had damn, I can't remember. I think I had one of the vitamins before.
That's what I used to do the vitamins. Yo, I feel a little weak today.
Y'all weird. Y'all. Is that why you came in lactating
Listen,
that
were
day?
you hungry? Were you hungry and Toys R Us not paying you?
Yeah. See,
Yeah,
You
you
gonna
got
eat
vitamins,
some
bro.
pregnant gummy vitamins.
I'll let y'all know it was wild out there, and that's probably like the biggest reason. The employees is probably one of the biggest reasons why it's going out of business.
Oh, yeah.
Because we just stopped caring. We stopped working.
Oh, yeah.
We was
Yeah.
all stealing. During the holiday season, we used to get the seasonal workers. Oh man, if he was like a vet, if he was there just like
Oh,
3 months before seasonal
Facts.
worker,
Yeah.
you just put them to work.
I never forget.
You go chill in the break room.
Chris was a good 6 months in, and he already established himself. He telling people what to do. Like, nah, you do this. Nah, you do that.
yo,
What's he doing? In the back, chilling, eating some animal crackers.
Yo, six months in my first year, I remember I was running the whole electronics section. I was like delegating. I'm like, yo, you do this, you do this, you do this. I'm gonna be in the back. I'm gonna go get some games. Son, I was in the break room charging my phone.
I remember because I would see you going to the break room.
Oh,
That's
I was-
where my section
yeah.
was.
I was there for like an hour and a half.
Envious looking at
I'd
him.
be back. I'd be back there with him. Actually,
Yeah, me and Jace be
Ain't
chilling.
nobody getting registries.
Yeah.
Speaking of that seasonal time, Black Friday.
Oh, lighter.
Black Friday. So every
You
Black
got the most random. Like you get the 1 day seasonal workers that day.
Oh yeah, that you
Oh,
never
yeah.
see again.
That you
Like-
never see.
like-
I had this
you-
one girl like, I'm gonna get shit for this at home, but she was bad. Like she was bad, and she came up to me. She's like, "Yo, I don't know what shit is. Like, can you help this customer?" I'm like, yeah. And I turned around, like, I never saw her again. I'm like, what the fuck?
He said, "No, where did you go?"
Lou said he was getting shit. My girl know I was staying fucking seasonal.
Well, your girl wasn't around with you.
Oh no, she wasn't.
That's what I'm saying.
My baby know. My baby knew I wasn't shit.
I couldn't do nothing around seasonal.
Hey,
We know.
yeah. Oh, yo, man. All right, hold on. I'll get into that real quick. We'll get back to that. But yeah, Black Friday, man. Not even Black Friday. Was it?
It used to be Thanksgiving night, Black Friday.
That's what it was. Toys R Us had this thing, and that's where I just checked out completely. At first, I remember my first year, it was like I had to come at 9 p.m. Thanksgiving night. So I was like, I got to eat with my family, and then I would come in Thanksgiving night,
Yeah.
and I worked the overnight shift until like 5, 6 a.m.
Yeah,
and go home, sleep, then
that
do
sounds
my
typical.
yeah, right. And then
The next year happened.
next year happened, probably the same thing. Next year, whatever. Around 2013, 2014, they bumped it up 5 p.m. Thanksgiving afternoon. I was like, nigga, what?
Hold
And
up.
mind you,
Yeah, hold up.
mind
Turkey not
you,
even at
Can
the
I
oven
eat
yet.
first?
No, nigga, I was eating Thanksgiving at 11 a.m.
No,
that was
niggas was
brunch.
bringing Thanksgiving place to work.
Oh yeah, yeah. But all right, so there was that, and then there was just the thing where it was like, you ain't having no Thanksgiving, just be here. Like, it was that type of shit. But we always had shout out to Sister Kim. Shout out
to Sister Kim.
Yeah, everyone's Sister Kim.
Rasta.
Yeah, that's one of the homies. Like her mom always used to make.
She's the only name we'll mention.
Yeah, she
Yeah,
had
definitely.
she had her mom's make us food, and Kim would bring in like foil pans of food, and
And what she used to do, which I loved, you be in the middle of work, she'd be like, "You come on,
yeah, come, yeah.
yeah."
She
You
just
like,
like,
you,
come-
she
like,
come-
no, come eat, come get some food right now.
Nah, like I remember the first time she told me, she was like, Chris, come here. And I'm like, huh, what happened? She's like, just come here. And I'm thinking I gotta go get some boxes or something. I'm already busy. I'm agitated. She bring me into the break room. She's like, here. And I already had my plate of food. I was like, yo, bless you.
And you know Kim mad aggressive. with
Yeah,
it, too.
bless your soul. Yeah, if you don't do what Kim says, she's gonna punch you in the
That's a
kneecaps.
fact. And she's like one of the smallest people you ever meet.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I feel like she could flip Andrew.
I know, I've seen it.
She did.
Yeah, clock Andrew in the joint one time. But, another story. But yeah, that Black Friday shit, man. I remember even that. Not only that, but there would be other associates who used to come through with the water bottle, but was ain't no water in that bottle. You know what I'm saying, man?
Oh
Yeah,
man.
yeah, we was out here.
I never got one of those, man. Yo. Anyway.
All right.
Yeah, like, I don't know. The Gugui just just drops some shit in the background. Yeah, man, I told you we in a broom closet in Wakanda. I told you there's a war going on outside. Anyway, watch out, Roomba.
Killmonger just pulled up.
Yeah. Yo,
This your king?
yeah, that's not even your real dress, cuz that's weave.
He must say, "Hey, auntie."
What up, Auntie?
But anyway, yeah, we used to be lit on Black Friday night. Wasn't nobody getting no type of assistance
No.
that night.
Nope. Yo, people were walking around doing nothing.
Yeah, it was just every man for himself.
Every man.
the shoppers knew what they wanted.
Let's keep it real. So the vets, we love seasonal because we get to boss around the seasonal workers, but let a customer ask us for help. We're like, yo, I'm seasonal, B.
Yeah, I'm seasonal, yo. Son.
I don't know shit.
I used to just take my shirt off and just walk around.
Yeah.
Yo, I did the same thing.
When they let you walk around all black when you was black shirt. And I was like, nigga, I'm shopping just like you.
I'd be pushing the cart around.
Like, excuse me, sir, do you know where Paw Patrol is? Nigga, do you know where Paw Patrol is?
I remember I passed a customer on to somebody, like a random customer that had a red polo on. I'm like, yo, he can help you.
Thanks, Jeff.
Thank you, Jeffrey.
Oh. But, yeah, what was I saying?
I don't know.
Oh, shit.
Anyway, Toys R Us was a fuck of the place, man.
Oh, that's what I was saying. See, that good old seasonal love.
Yes.
Why you looking at Andrew when you say that?
No, oh, wait, no.
He kinda
Andrew
looked at me.
Yeah,
Oh,
Andrew
okay.
couldn't participate in seasonal love, but
I definitely did.
that we know, brother. That's why you got to take bi-monthly trips to Portland.
Think of family.
But yeah, seasonal time was basically when you could be the biggest scumbag,
Yes, you can.
and you took you. Damn,
I wish I could have.
you about to get me too.
Oh, you'd have had fun.
We're about to get me too. Oh,
I mean, we're not gonna name any names.
Nah, basically, more or less, it's when
tread carefully.
yeah,
Tread carefully.
yeah,
bro.
right. It's what it is, but it's not what it is. So basically, seasonal time is when you get a new worker, right? She's very cute. You really like the way she looks, and for some reason, she's the only one in your vicinity that can pull off that stupid ass polo that they made us wear, right?
Yes.
And in later years, that stupid ass blue ass t-shirt they made us wear, right? And you're like, wow, she looks like a nice person. I'd like to get to know her. But your entire life during seasonal is just Toys R Us. You don't know anything else other than toys. You don't know who you are. You haven't seen your family in 16 days. Nope. You haven't fucking paid none of your bills because Toys R Us not giving you enough money.
You haven't had a good meal.
Yeah, you failing all your classes. You don't even know what school you go to at this point.
There was a point where I just lived off of fucking Cheetos and Coca-Cola.
Man, son, one time I went to St. John's and I go to Queens College. Why the fuck am I in St. John's right now? But anyway, all you know is toys. So to get like, not an advantage, because an advantage is a terrible word to use in this instance. I guess to get a leg up or to impress this girl, you tell her some shit about the job that don't nobody know. Like, hey, if you knock the vending machine 3 times and push E3, you get an extra Snicker bar. Like shit like that. And they really appreciated that.
Yeah.
And
I'm like, yo, if you go to the aisle and go to the third Red Ranger, there's some candy.
yeah, like you give them the little ins and outs. And basically that's how you courted a seasonal girl back then. And the good thing about it was at the end of seasonal, they got fired, so you never had to see her.
Have to see him again.
And then next thing you do the same thing again. And I'm a scumbag, so I did that about 3-4 times.
Yeah, until you get that one girl they
Same
keep.
here.
And then I got in a relationship, and I just stopped doing it. And now I'm a better person. So y'all please don't Me Too me.
Supposedly.
Yeah, allegedly. I'm allegedly a better person.
Allegedly.
Wait a minute. I just ran with it.
Yeah.
Nah, fuck y'all.
That's telling.
I'm married. But good old Andrew over here couldn't participate.
Neither can I couldn't participate.
I mean,
I kept to myself.
Louis, you didn't talk to us. So you
yeah.
did talk- first of all, I
yeah,
did
Louis
talk to
didn't
you.
talk to nobody for like,
The first year. That's about
yeah,
it.
for the first year.
I
And
was like, leave me alone, yo.
you could have participated, but like,
you want overnight.
yeah. But Andrew was different because Andrew's girlfriend also worked at Toys R Us.
Yeah.
And I never understood that dynamic at all. Like, I gotta see you outside of work and at work. Like, when is enough enough? Oh, he
looks stressed.
Yeah,
Right
he's having a couple tremors right now.
Speak on it, man.
But yeah, you know, that's another story for another day. But basically, yeah, guys, Toys R Us is shit.
That's why it's going to shit.
It's going to shit. I'm not sorry.
nah, I'm not sorry.
No apologies.
No apologies at all. If it's going out of business and you added a job and you did nothing to replace that job, or you're not in the middle of taking steps to acquire a new job, I feel like that's kind of on you. And that's why I don't feel sorry for anybody that's like, oh my God, I'm losing my job. First of all, look at it as a blessing in disguise. That money you was getting as a Toys R Us cashier, it was not feeding your family at all. Like,
Not even as a cashier, but just Toys
yo,
R Us.
my lowest check there was like $83.
I
And
think I had a $75 one.
yeah, and I was putting in way more.
I don't even know how
much
I
more
did
work.
it now that I think back.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right, no, yeah, that's true. Yeah,
I don't
you're
know
right.
how
Yo,
I
what
did
the
it.
fuck?
How did we do it?
I don't know, but we
We
bought
was
sneakers.
stealing.
Yo,
That's
we
one.
We bought clothes, we bought sneakers, we bought this, we went out, movies, eat. How did we do that?
I didn't do none of that.
Oh.
I wore the same pair of Chucks all 5 years.
And then
Yeah.
you walked home every time.
Yeah, I used to walk to work. I didn't have a car at first. I had a skateboard, and I skate.
have a skateboard.
Yeah, rain, sleet, snow. I was me and
Snow
that skateboard.
skateboarding?
First of all, how do you skateboard
bro.
in the snow?
Yeah, I was like,
Hey,
damn,
bruh,
dude.
I made it there.
Facts.
Oh, Chris
Yeah.
Hawk over here.
Yeah, but yeah, like I don't like that's not feeding your family. There's like a lot of better opportunities, a lot of better jobs out there that's could work with your schedule and all that stuff that's gonna help you feed your family. For the higher ups, a lot of higher ups out there, like, yeah, you know, you full time, you're losing your benefits, this, that, and the third. Honestly, I don't feel sorry for y'all neither, because y'all did us dirty a lot of the time anyway. Like, where you didn't care if where our next meal, how we was gonna pay for our next meal, or none of that.
Or they didn't even care how you going to get home.
They didn't care how you was gonna get home. They just knew that you had to get
Middle
the
of the
job
night.
done.
Because
Yeah.
there'd be times where you had people live in Brooklyn and the Bronx. They say the last bus leave at this time. I can't stay that late, or else I'm not gonna get home. Like, okay, that's your problem.
Yeah, that's your problem. So like, I don't care about none of y'all. All right. Y'all can kiss my whole ass, and then
Not the left or right cheek, just the whole ass.
the whole ass.
Everything.
Nice.
Shout out to my boy, one of my best friends. He's the one that got me the job initially, and we were talking about this whole closing thing. And his ass had the nerve to tell me like, "Yo, like you don't want to work like a day a weekend just to like for nostalgia purposes." I was like, "Nigga, no,
Nah, son, like nah.
What the fuck?"
And like man, like I said, management was terrible. I had one manager that was cool, and y'all know who that is. Like, he was mad. He was solid. But yeah, like the reason why it's fuck y'all is because even with me, when I went through the proper channels and I got a new job and I'm doing better for myself now, I stayed with them so they could, you know, to help them out, because I was a good worker. Like, when it came to getting shit done, I made sure I got shit done, because my objective every day when I clocked in was to be able to clock out as soon as possible. So I wanted to make sure everything was smooth so that I can go home.
I mean, you got shit done and you got shit.
Yeah, like, you get shit done and they still give you shit about something else that had nothing to do with you. So when I got a new job, I kicked it to them. I was like, yo, I'll stay with y'all, help y'all out maybe 1 day a week, 2 days a week, but I'm only going to work with this one manager. I worked with the one manager for a while, and then the new job that I got promoted me super fast because I also put in work there. And I was like, you know what? I really don't need this Toys R Us job anymore. And it was so crazy. Like, every time I went there, I just got depressed because I hated it. I hated everything about it. And so, you know, I put in my 2 weeks, whatever. I used up my vacation, and I was supposed to get that on a check. And the last pay period, like when those checks went out, everyone else got paid and I got nothing. And I wanted to know why. And I went in there, and it turns out one of the managers went into the system behind me and took those hours out and just left it at that. So I got nothing. like just like for no particular reason, just to be petty.
Yeah, super petty over there.
And they did things like that. So it's like, yeah, that guy, fuck you. And it's not just him. There are a lot of managers who, in one way or another, are basically the same as him. You guys knew this shit was closing for years. Like,
Writing was on the wall.
yeah, like it. There was talk about it by like behind closed doors. You saw it in your sales. You saw it in your hours. You saw all that, and you did nothing to leave to prepare. Like other places were hiring. It's not hard. You can't say that. Oh, I've tried. Like these people, they didn't even try to apply anywhere else, and you knew this place was doing bad. You knew you hated clocking in to this place, and you did nothing. So if you're not gonna do anything to help yourself, I don't feel sorry for you. And if I said I do, I would be lying. I don't care. Like that's all on y'all. I got out. I just don't care, at all. And when it's all said and done, when I catch that manager, I'm probably gonna punch him in the face because I never got that money, and that's why I allegedly took all that shit. I took what was owed. I took up until
That's how
that
you
number that they owed me,
That's how you do it.
and then I left.
And then you
Yep.
It
did
could
the
kiss
right
my
way.
ass.
You know, yeah, I was applying my butt off to get out of there, and then I just disappeared.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember seeing you a while after, because I remember, we were always talking, and you told me you had gotten a job and what you wanted to do, and then you were just gonna be there. But then after a while, when I didn't see you, I was like, oh yeah, he left.
Yeah, I just straight up left.
Yeah. Same with me, man. The way when I got my job, I'm like, I'm gonna show up on the weekends. I'll give you Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Then it'll be a Sunday. But then they started catching attitudes with me.
Yeah.
The same manager you talking about. I know what you're talking about. He started catching attitudes, so I just left one day. And the fucked up part is that, like, for like the last month I was there, I kept asking because I never took vacations because like there's no point.
Yeah, like I never took
Yeah.
There's
Like,
no
where
money.
are we going?
Yeah, so I kept asking for like my earned time off money just to put it on my check, and it kept stalling, and I basically never got that money.
Yo, son, now that you say that, I remember like when my grandmother passed, right? Like 2012. I had to fly out to go to Florida that Wednesday, and they wanted me to work that morning, like 2 hours before my flight left. They was like, oh, well, JFK is right there. You can come in. And I'm like, yo, are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah, my grandma died.
Yeah, my grandmother's dead, you dickhead. Like that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't feel sorry for any of these people at all. I was even talking to my mom's about it, and she was like, oh, these are people's livelihoods and all this stuff. I don't give a fuck. Like, I'm sorry, but I'm not. Like, I don't give a fuck. Not one single fuck. I hope you find something better, but if you don't, that's your own fucking fault. Because this is not something that just came out of the blue. Like, we knew about this for years.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, I'm so fucking glad Amazon got y'all the fuck out of here. And I knew it was Amazon. And with that fucking
100%
like,
Amazon. It wasn't a Walmart. It was
yeah,
Amazon.
it was fucking Amazon. And yo, matter of fact, with that like little Paul Blart like segue that I just did there, let me tell y'all about this week's sponsor.
We got a sponsor. Oh,
Oh,
shit, we
shit,
getting
we
that
got
money
Oh
out here.
man,
All right.
We really do.
Yo,
Oh yeah, we got a sponsor, brother. All right, let me pull it up here.
I'm excited.
Do you hate interacting with people? You ever forget to do your laundry and gotta wear your senior hoodie from high school, but it's all faded, and every time you wear it in public, people give you that, damn, they must be going through it look. Or maybe you look at your bank account and go, this is way too much money. Let me get rid of some of that shit. Well, with Amazon Prime, you can check all those boxes. Amazon Prime is the one-stop online shop where you can avoid your ex, your neighbors, and your friends all at the same time by shopping from home. You don't even got to search for your wallet when you're ready to pay. With an Amazon account, them niggas take that shit right out your bank account. And if you thought it couldn't get any better, if you sign up for Amazon Prime and use our promo code MODET, you can receive 0.5% off your first order of hangers, Cool Ranch Doritos, or a spool of Velcro.
Nice.
Again, that's promo code MODET for 0.5%.
He said Cool Ranch Doritos.
Amazon Prime. Never leave your house again.
All right, don't
Nice.
say we never did anything for y'all. 0.5%.
But anyway,
That's
like
a
I
lot.
was saying, fuck Toys R Us, fuck Jeffrey, homo ho dick.
Word.
That could go for the whole retail because before Toys R Us,
I think
I was
Toys R Us was a special beast.
I was working at Forever 21 before Toys R Us, and Forever 21 was almost as bad as. That's why I left Forever 21 and I had to get the hell out of there. It was almost as bad.
I mean, I feel like with retail in general, with any job in general, you're gonna meet like shitty, like no matter what job, you're gonna have shitty coworkers, you're gonna have shitty bosses, you're gonna have things you don't want to do. At the end of the day, it's a job. But
no, that's true.
yeah, but like, come on, you gotta work with me. Like, there was no compassion within that job. They really just wanted you to work for them. If something went wrong, they threw you under the bus. And it just wasn't like a good atmosphere anymore. Like the way they were running things was just not cool.
I feel that. Well, before we get off the topic, because this is not a Toys R Us podcast, and I know people that didn't work at Toys R Us are probably like, "What the fuck am I listening to?" But let's go around. And what's your funniest Toys R Us moment?
My funny Toys R Us moment. Oh, son. All right, me and James was actually talking about this earlier. Okay. Right? So
He's mad giddy right now.
Yo, son. It was like after like a giant blizzard that we had. And the day after, of course, Toys R Us opened. They were the only place that opened.
Yeah, we were open for Sandy.
Yeah, we was dead ass open for Sandy. We were selling water and sandbags.
And batteries.
And batteries,
No register work. We had to write down everything.
Yeah, word. So, only like 3 workers showed up. Me, James, and this girl, Stephanie, right? And we're all just chilling because the store is perfect, right? There's nothing to straighten. There's nothing to put back because there's no customers at all. There's one mom comes in with her little 2-year-old daughter, right?
What is you doing, miss?
Yeah, I don't know what she wanted. She wanted to return something.
You could have waited till tomorrow.
Yeah, seriously. And we had this one manager, and he was like really short and stubby. And he was kind of like shorter than the some of the shelves that we had. So you couldn't see over it. So she wanted to talk to a manager. So I said, "Oh, he's up front." So as she's walking up front with her daughter about 3 feet like behind her, like she didn't care about her baby at all.
No. She got her in the blizzard.
Yeah, this manager, I called him on the walkie and I was like, "Yo, Joe, did somebody come into service?"
Damn,
he's walking and he turns the corner without looking down and he just launches this baby. Like he's walking naturally, but because he was short and had stubby little legs, he used to walk super fast and aggressive.
Always power walk.
And yeah, he was power walking the fuck out that day. And his foot just connected and launched that baby. And it was fucked up, but it was funny because the baby had a puffy jacket and the baby slid a little bit across the floor. Me, James, and our friend Steph was dying.
I think that was one of the funniest things I've ever seen in my life.
Yo.
Like, all we were missing was a referee down the other end.
I remember he was like, "It's good." That was...
Yo, what the mom say?
"Oh, she be all right." Like, she was like, no.
She was like, "Oh, no, so I was asking you about this item."
Yeah, like she was just
went
like...
baby crying and shit.
crying and all that.
Yeah.
She put the baby in the carriage and was like, "Yeah, so about this item."
Yeah.
Oh, man.
I'm like, this makes me think this is not the first time your baby got, like, punted.
That was a lot of people in that store that came. Those customers did not. It's funny because they're shopping for kids' toys and they don't care about the kids.
Yeah, you shopping for your baby, but don't even love your baby. But yeah, that was definitely the funniest moment I ever had. I laugh about that to this day. Even though, kicking babies is no laughing matter.
That was hilarious. Well, one of my funniest stories was with my boy Wag in Jersey Toys R Us.
Wait, what?
My boy Wag.
His name? That's his government name?
No, his government name is Wagner.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but I call him Wag.
Oh, I thought he always had to go get carts. It's like, yo, Wag, go handle them wagons. That's mad disrespectful. Yo,
they probably did do that shit too.
Yo, if my nickname was ever my job description, I'm fighting somebody.
Yo, Arzo, what up? Nah, but
bathroom.
I begged one of my managers to give him a job because all my boys worked there and he was like the only one. So I begged him to give him a job. And he was like hesitant, but he's like, "Fine, like your boy could work here." So his first, before I started this, he lasted a total of I think less than a week at the job.
Because his name was Wag.
His name was fucking Wag.
Because he was fucking doing some fuck shit. But
Only Jersey Toys R Us will hire someone named Wag. But shout out to Wag, because I don't know what he looked like. He probably
That's
fucked me
young
up.
Wag.
Shout out to you, Wag. I hope you're doing well.
He's a scrapper.
It's Lil
Yeah.
Wag.
Hey,
Lil-
Wag.
Lil Wag.
All right,
Lil
Wag. I hope you're drinking your water, son.
But
Peace and blessings.
the first day he worked there, I was like, "Yo, like pick me up at my house, and we'll drive there together." He was like, "All right, I'll be there in a little bit. I'm at the mall buying my uniform." So I'm like, "Cool." You know, we all know the uniform.
Yeah, yeah.
Black khaki pants, red polo.
Yeah.
Simple. That's mad easy to buy. So
I don't wear those clothes anymore, by the way.
we know, Andrew.
Yeah, all right.
You over
Thank
here?
God.
You over here in a one color sweatsuit? Come on. But he shows up to my house, right? But he shows up to my house in just like a tank top and basketball shorts. So, so I'm like, bro, what are you doing? He was like, nah, I got the clothes in the car. Like, I'm gonna just change when I get to work. I was like, all right, fuck it. We're already running late, so let's go. So we get there, and like once we get through the door, like my manager sees him, and he was like, you know, he sees in the basketball. He's like, yo, what the fuck? He's like, I'm gonna change in the break room. He's like, all right. So I go over there. I just have my shirt off, so when I go to the break room, I just put on my shirt.
Yeah.
So I got my back to him, and I put it on my red shirt. I'm buttoning it up. I turn around.
Butt ass naked. With some
Nah.
baby oil.
Yo, that would have been wild.
With some Johnson Johnson.
He's gonna show you why they call him Wag.
Where I got the Johnson Johnson.
Sitting like,
Yo.
you want some breakfast?
Nah, man. I turn around, this man, when I tell you he got the puffiest tuxedo pants on. And then on top, he had like a red with dark red pinstripe salsa shirt.
I went to Men's Warehouse to get his fucking uniform.
Yo, I looked at him like, bro, what the fuck? So we come out and we walk out. And my manager sees it. And he has the same expression. He goes, "What the fuck?"
He went to Joseph A. Banks.
So he literally the whole day just stuck him in front, just greeting people.
Damn, Wag.
Damn, Wag. Shout out to Wag.
Shout out to Wag, son.
Who's next?
I have no funny stories. Everything in that store was sad.
Damn. Your life at Toys R Us was the funny story.
Damn,
That was dark. But damn.
I think one of the funniest things that ever happened to Toys R Us was when we had a terrible store manager that had ended up getting transferred to one of the worst stores in the state, I believe.
Yeah.
And
You mean a region or district?
yeah, whatever. And for some reason they did like the big meeting of all managers at our store. I don't know why. So this manager, it was his time to come back. So this guy was terrible. First of all, he was terrible. Everybody hated him because he always snitched on everybody to try to get ahead. Or
Hey,
whatever.
listen, it was a white guy named Ken. Fuck you, Ken.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
Yeah.
So he comes back, and meanwhile, he's a manager. So when you're a manager, uniform is supposed to be like, you're supposed to, I assume, like if you're a Toys R Us manager, you open your closet and you see like 15 red shirts in there, like, and like 15
Basically,
khakis.
I had like 5.
Yeah, like, so this guy comes to the meeting and has no shirt.
Wait,
So
what?
n-
Hold on. No shirt?
No, he has no red shirt.
No shirt.
no
Ken.
Now
red
all
shirt.
the managers have a red shirt, and he has no red shirt.
Okay.
It has a Toys R Us logo on it too, by the way.
So
Not all of them.
now he has to ask. He's asking like he's like scouring for like a red shirt. So he asked somebody. I forgot who it was, but I know she hated him a lot. So what she did was she went into like one of the closets. She found the smallest red shirt she could find, and he put it on. This guy had like a freaking
Crop top.
a crop top on. He looked mad disheveled.
Them photos were stretching.
He had like a laptop bag across. He just walked in there looking like the biggest douchebag ever, and like everybody was looking at him like,
So who the fuck? This is Malibu Ken? You look like more like crystal meth Ken. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, shout out to Ken.
The fuck am I meeting? The fuck is that?
and then that was the last time I saw him.
Yo, I had a lady one time, like the Jersey Toys R Us, they had the power wheels in the back. So the lady came all the way to the back of Toys R Us and asked me what a cigarettes are.
Jesus Christ.
What a
See? And
cigarettes
then you get mad when we talk shit about Jersey. What kind of shit is that? Ain't no Fisher Price cigarettes in here, bitch.
Only in the Jersey and the Bronx. That would.
Oh,
be
hell
the
yeah.
Story.
I
Yeah.
don't even count the Bronx. It's like one of the 5 boroughs.
Damn, that's
Oh no, you
disrespectful.
fucked up. The
Yeah.
Bronx is the borough. Like
Yes.
They about to run up in here.
I will go
for you.
nowhere near there. I can't.
They don't want you there. How about that?
I'm actually fine.
Shout out to the Bronx.
Yo, somebody from the Bronx told me they're getting gentrified, and I passed through the Bronx. I was like, where?
They're like last on the list.
Right? Yo,
Trying to figure out how to do
Staten
it.
Island's getting gentrified before them.
They're gonna just bomb the Bronx and just call
They're
it.
looking at it like, oh god, you know we're gonna have to do it anyway.
Oh, man.
God, let him in.
Fuck it.
Oh, yo, so we switching topics now? Because I got a topic I want to talk about.
All right, what you got, cuz?
I want to talk about Andrew's shower music habits.
All right. Right before we get out of here, right? This is the last thing. This is the last thing I'm gonna talk about.
Andrew, where you going?
All right. So when putting this podcast together, you know, we had to get our equipment and whatnot, and one day we had to get together.
We had to do the test episode.
We had to do a test episode, you know, to make sure our shit works, so we could give y'all, you know, this dialogue.
Some of y'all heard it. We got good feedback.
Yeah, it's cool. Shout out to y'all. But after we were done, Andrew had to go on, you know.
We were in his cousin's house first.
Yeah, we were at his cousin's house.
He
Shout
said,
out
"I'm
his
gonna
cousin.
Yeah, shout out Chris. And we were
Shout out to other Chris.
yeah, other Chris, my bad. I am the original.
Young Chris.
Yeah. So we after we're done with the podcast, Andrew had somewhere to be. So, you know, he tells his
said-
cousin, "Yo, I'm about to shower at your crib." And the first thing Chris says, "No, you not."
Yo, he was confused.
Yeah,
Wait, what?
he was mad. I'm like, "Why are you so mad?" And he just looks at me with a death stare, and I'm like, "You know what? This is not even my business." So I'm like, "All right." So Andrew goes in to shower, and he just got an iPhone. Thank God. Stay fucking up the group chat. But you know, he gets his iPhone and he brings it in the shower with him.
And me and Chris are just cool. And
Yeah,
putting
like
everything
me,
away.
yeah, me and Lewis is chilling, we cooling. Chris is playing video games and shit like that. And
All I hear is Keisha Cole.
out of nowhere, Mad Keisha Cole starts playing,
With a
and
beat
this-
going on, it's gonna be like, damn.
and
That's
this
hot.
nigga knows all the words.
He is bellowing.
Yeah, he's singing that shit from his diaphragm. And at first, like, me and Lewis was talking, and I'm like, wait, is this nigga listening to Keisha Cole in the shower?
They were like, yo, is this nigga singing Keisha Cole?
And is this nigga on key with Keisha Cole in the shower? But I'm like, all right, whatever. And then the next song is, I think, Otis.
Yeah,
the
he rapped every word.
Yeah, the Kanye, Jay-Z.
Even the
joint.
islands, he was like, nah.
Yeah. Nigga hit all the ad-libs. And then, you know, he had to finish it off with the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air theme song.
Yo,
I'm
that
like,
was wild.
I'm like,
That was
this is the
wild.
oddest shower playlist ever.
You still gotta get that to me. I need that shower playlist.
Yeah. Yo, Title need to put that playlist up there, man.
Yo,
But that
gotta
was
speak to Elliot.
yeah, that was a wild playlist. And then he walked out like nothing happened. Like we
He's like, yo, y'all
all-
still here?
Yeah, like we all just didn't hear that shit. And I'm not even gonna give him a chance to defend himself because I don't want to hear it. But with that being said, guys, how y'all feel?
We're good, man.
You good?
I'm enjoying myself.
Drinking my
Feeling
intro.
great, man.
You good?
Just drinking intro right now.
All right.
You drinking that baby inshore?
Drinking an intro, going to sleep.
Andrew looking a little drowsy, so I think it's about time that we get the fuck up out of here.
I think so too, man. I hope y'all enjoyed the first episode.
Yeah, this has been the Honorable Mention Podcast.
Amen.
R.I.P. to my nigga Jeffrey.
I had to dress up as Jeffrey several times.
This is why you're depressed.
I am so sorry.
Oh yeah,
I
you
am
did
so
have to dress
sorry.
up. I think I slapped him one time when he was Jeffrey, and then
And I couldn't turn around because the thing's just...
One time we dressed up as Jeffrey, and I didn't know it was him, and he kept fucking with me, and I almost punched him. I
Andrew has-
didn't know it was Andrew. He just kept fucking with me.
As I started off this podcast, my entire relationship with Andrew is just
Fucking with
him taking the cameras off the display and me wanting to punch him in the face. That's just who he is. He has a very punchable face.
yes, he does.
But yeah, that Jeffrey costume, this shit smell like piss and cornflakes.
Yeah.
I had to go in it one time after Andrew. I probably lost about like 8 pounds. That shit is
I lost a total of 36 pounds the time that I wore that thing.
he's a lie. Anyway, like I said, this has been episode 1
It just doesn't show.
of the Honorable Mention Podcast. Guys, I am your host, the homebody homeboy, Chris Jordan. I am here with Luis Hernandez,
A.K.A. Fuzzy Wuzzy.
aka Young Fuzzy Wuzzy, Young Easterhead. Oh shit, what's that background shit?
Hey, hey.
Oh shit. The Wakanda house phone is ringing in the background. I think the war is over. We gotta go. But I am also here with Sir Andrew Bennett, aka Negro. You still owe me some money.
Nigga, I said I'm gonna get you the money.
Yeah, that's the whole nickname, by the
young
way.
and sure.
Yeah, and we are also joined by Just James.
Just James, you know, I got my vibranium underpants on, so
He does not. He
How does
not.
that feel? Is that even comfortable?
it is very comfortable.
They are not letting any of us light skinned niggas in Wakanda. And honestly, I don't blame them.
I don't either.
We are terrible.
We'll mess everything up.
yeah.
Are not allowed here.
Yeah. We fuck everything and we fuck everything up. With that being said, episode 1, guys. Yo, we love you. See you next week.
Peace. Peace.
Ew. I didn't like that. Yeah.
Yo, one more thing. One more thing. Don't forget to follow us. What's our Instagram? At Honorable Mention Podcast. The Twitter's at Ignorant Podcast because we can't fit all that on Twitter because Twitter's retarded like that. And next episode, if you got any questions, like life situations you want us, like for some reason to help you with, email us at honorablementionpod@gmail.com and we'll try to figure that shit out for you.
Maybe or maybe not. You know what? Fuck all that. Just follow me on Instagram. It's superdude SUPAH.DUDE. If you want to show me some titties, show me some titties. I'm gonna look at it with my girlfriend and we're gonna judge them silently.
This is like your 15th screening, by the way.
Yo, I got a lot of nicknames.
Nice.
Follow me at Louis the Designer. Hit the next person. Go.
Booty badass.
Don't follow him at all. Do
With
not.
no O's. It's all zeros.
That nigga don't even post. Don't follow him. I'm about to unfollow you, you bastard.
Yeah, I'm about to follow you too, man.
Yeah.
You gotta start posting.
Really?
I feel like James don't got an Instagram because his wife from Idaho won't let him.
No, actually,
She might find them.
Yeah, she might find him. She's
might
looking
find
for
me.
his ass.
Yeah, there's a lot of child support. You can follow me at 5 Star Studios on Instagram.
Damn, nigga, you a whole studio. Okay.
He's a whole studio. All right.
Still follow Booty badass though.
No, don't. Please don't. I'm gonna block
Don't
you.
follow him because he'll follow you in real life.
Ooh, you don't want it to follow you.
Ooh, that's how I'm starting off next week podcast. Boots is a creep. All right.
All right, peace.
Peace.
We out.
Yo.